Hi Cancer, thanks for joining me. So I'm doing a special bonus read for everybody in the collective, breaking it down astrologically because we have a lot of transits and changes taking place in the universe, in the solar system. So I wanted to kind of discuss how the energies are going to be shifting and transitioning. There's going to be water, pretty much water, in small amounts and fire in large amounts. So for you guys in particular, what I feel is coming through is balance is paramount. Creating and striking a synergistic balance, because it is fire and you guys are a water element, so you want to keep it hot and steamy and not boiling, scalding, or literally like boiling away to nothing. Okay, so you guys are going to have to work between the give and take, the reciprocity, the receptivity, and then also your emotions are going to kind of be on a wild goose chase if you don't start the month out here for June particularly. So for the end of May and then all of June, this is the energy reading that's going to come through. Okay, I hope this resonates for you guys out there and it helps you to maneuver these energies as best you can. So I'm going to do a classic life reading, which is 10 card spread, and then we'll group those up and get clarifiers from my other Renaissance Tarot deck and give you guys an alchemy, sacred geometry activations oracle advice card. And then if you guys want an extended or a personal reading, go ahead and reach out to me at ProjectFEVtarot. And let me know if you guys want me to continue to elaborate or include finances and whatever else is going on with the energies with this, okay? Shouldn't really contain much of the love reading because it's not about relationships, it's about everything that's going on in your life, specifically really Cancer-centered, Cancer-focused. So it's going to be about you guys and how to utilize these energies to the best of your ability. Okay, so let's see if we get some poppers for you before I just start laying out the cards. I usually like to let Spirit kind of decide what cards come out first, naturally and organically. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Cancer for the rest of May and June? Oh, here you guys are. Moon card in reverse. 4 of Cups. Okay, so these two cards represent your most recent past energies. We've got the 2 of Wands that's starting to represent your present energies, which looks like you guys are at a crossroads, but let's not jump to conclusions here. Yeah, crossroads in the area of work or finances. Okay, so you've got 2 very distinctive options that you're facing regarding what you're going to do for work, career, job, finances. Okay, or how to manifest your abundance into your material world. Okay, so we've got one more card to come through here. 8 of Cups in reverse. So there is some type of situation or relationship issue that you guys haven't completely worked out of yet. That's okay, we can get clarification. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, correlating with our moon in reverse energy, as well as representing our most recent futures. Got the Hangman, so there's something you guys are still processing through here. Okay, slow moving action is what I'm getting with the Knight of Pentacles and the Hangman. There's something very slow moving about this. You guys got the 3 of Swords in reverse too. So you guys are getting over something that hurt. Something that hurt. I just finished the Aries reading and whatever it was triggered them towards transformation. So maybe that's could be the collective energy, and we'll see how it plays out because this is only the second collective life reading. So it could just be something that's going on in the collective. All right, so you guys are working through the 10 of Wands energy, and the Hierophant is your outcome. Okay, so it looks like you guys are going to have quite the month of June is what I'm seeing here, okay? Okay, so the way that this plays out is most recent past is the moon in reverse with the Four of Cups. Okay, so you've come to the realization of some very clear truths. You saw something very clearly, and now you don't really know what to feel about that, okay? Because this is about rectifying or reconciling your feelings. Okay, so you haven't figured out necessarily how to feel about it. And I feel like whatever this new opportunity is that's right here, you haven't decided what to do about it because you haven't drawn the conclusion how you really feel about it yet. Okay, so this could be correlating with this crossroads. Okay, you could have whittled it down or narrowed it down to 2 out of any of the number of options you may have started with. So you've at least narrowed it down to 2 very primary options, and it looks like it's linear, it's in the material world. So this is job, career, finances, how you're going to make money. So it could be a new business endeavor. You could be looking to step out into some type of business endeavor, but there could be something that you're still working through as far as whatever your past energies triggered. Okay, because you've got the 8 of Cups. Do I walk away? Do I keep working at this? Do I dig in deeper? Do I go back to my comfort zone? Okay, what do I do? Because, you know, stepping out in this new way, on this new endeavor, it's kind of scary. There's a lot of unknowns. It doesn't feel very secure. Okay, it could be a great opportunity, and it looks like it could be very fulfilling for you. Okay, so you have one option that's very fulfilling for you, and the other option that's kind of looking like you've done it before, it's comfortable. So it's almost like you want to, do I return to my comfort zone, or do I strike out on something new that very much could bring me a lot more fulfillment than where I'm at, okay? But you did have some clarity, okay? So you do have some idea of what that fulfillment will be, or what this opportunity is that will bring the fulfillment. So you're clear on that, at least for that much, that part of it, okay? Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is very slow moving energy, if any movement at all, because you've also got the Hangman here. Basically, any movement that you're going to experience is only going to come after you've done this reevaluation and worked through this process and made a decision with the 2 of Wands energy. Okay, that's why it feels like it's moving so slow, is because you're coming up to the decision, you feel it pending, it's imminent, okay? But you still see that you have like a couple more steps to go, and I think part of you is kind of like, I don't know what I want to do just yet. Okay, but the truth of it is undeniable, because this is a major arcana card, so the universe is moving you in this direction, and the choice may feel like it's yours, but there's one true choice that's pretty undeniable here, Cancer. It's standing out definitely more than the other, okay? And you have a feeling you know which way this is going. You just haven't stepped out into it yet. For whatever reason, you're kind of hanging back. Maybe you just are like, I'm just gonna peace, chill, and relax until I absolutely have to get up and take care of this, or I have to make a choice, okay? So you're gonna kind of let it wait it out until it gets to the absolute moment of, okay, I have to do this now. Okay, and that's what I see here with the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. This is about internal introspection. That's the word that I'm trying to use, because you have the Hierophant in the outcome, which is inspired, influencing energy, is this 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so really what we see here with the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Wands in reverse is, you know, you felt like you were doing a lot of this all by yourself, okay? Or you've come to the realization that you need to do, what is the word, codependent? You need to be less codependent. You need to be more independent, okay? Because sometimes this 10 of Wands is about laboring in a situation in a way where you took on more than you really could handle, because it wore you out. Like, it just exhausted you, it burnt you out, you got burnt out, and that ends up being like the way that you inflicted self-harm because of the lack of self-love that you were able to show to you, because this looks like a creation of codependency, which is kind of like one person's the enabler of the codependency and the other person's the codependent. So however that resonates for you, but you definitely were in a situation where you were being not used because you were participating in it. So you were kind of letting it happen. You were making the decision to participate in taking on all of this extra responsibility, but all it did is burn you out. Okay, so I don't see that there was any real kind of compensation for that. So whatever you worked really hard at didn't manifest into something worthwhile or beneficial. It just ended up burning you out and taking your energy from you. And I feel like this has been cyclic. Okay, it's something that's happened before in the past, and for whatever reason in the past you hadn't learned, and there was something that you came to the knowledge of with this particular time that it did happen, where you're like, okay, I think a new start really is in order if I don't want to keep disappointing myself and letting myself get, I take these cups, I stand them up and I fill them, and then somebody, lo and behold, or somehow, lo and behold, they get knocked over and mistreated and used and abused, taken for granted. So I'm just going to let those cups be where they're at. I'm not going to stand them up. I'm not taking it anymore. I'm just going to make the decision to move on and start something new that is more fulfilling for me. Okay? That's what I see with this card, is you're going to do right by yourself. This is the representation of that in this energy. Okay, so when you do step out and you get out of this hangman energy, you may or may not already be in the hangman energy. I really feel like you're in the Four of Cups energy, which can seem like the hangman energy. They're not the same though. Okay, so I feel like the Four of Cups is you deciding to hang back, and I feel like you're gonna make a decision, you're gonna start to move forward. It's not gonna look like it's gonna work out. There's gonna be a moment where you're gonna wanna turn back because the universe is working it out, but the universe is telling you to hang back for a second because we're building a solid foundation to move forward. So you're gonna come out of this Four of Cups energy, make a decision. It's gonna look like it's going really good. You're gonna be excited about it, and then it's not gonna look like it's going good. Don't quit, okay? Keep moving forward through that energy. Work through this hangman energy. I feel like that's gonna be your pressure point sometime between now and the end of June. Okay, this is gonna manifest itself. Okay, so you're just gonna hang back, and it's gonna feel like no matter what you do, you can't get out of this position. Okay, but it's really the aim of this is to have you reevaluate your own perspective and kind of turn you on your head. Okay, so you see how the universe has this person turned up around to reevaluate what a solid foundation for this project is. Okay, and I think the motivation behind it is going to be lesson learned. I'm not going to work hard for somebody else's reward while I'm left burnt out. Okay, so I feel like maybe some of you might be wanting to open your own business or wanting to go into business for yourself because you're just tired of living somebody else's dream or somebody else's truth. Although that seems secure and comfortable, you haven't been fulfilled living that life. So I think that this represents a true desire to really step out into your own, or on your own. Okay, more independent. Okay, so let's get clarification about this Four of Cups with the Moon in reverse. What is that about? Okay, so the lesson that you guys are reviewing is where to place your efforts and energies, and really getting refined about how to utilize your energy to your best benefit to serve your highest self and the greatest good, because I do feel like that's your motivation. Okay, is almost kind of like a review process, a rest and review, recuperating your energy. Okay, and you're contemplating this crossroads. So we've got the Two of Swords that is mirroring the Two of Wands. So right now, this two energy is in the thought process. So you're kind of thinking about it, and eventually you know you're going to have to do something about it. So you're really kind of reviewing that when you do actually get up to do something about this, and you start coming out of this Four of Cups energy, that you want to make sure you're absolutely doing the absolute right thing. Okay, so there is a bit of a review process going on here. Okay, so Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. We've got the World card, which is major arcana working in this situation. So don't feel like your choice, don't feel pressured about the choice. One pathway will lead you back to recycle through this life lesson again, and one pathway will lead to your truth and ultimately what looks like your absolute truth. Okay, and it does look like abundance because the Knight of Pentacles energy embodies more of the benefit than the Ace. Okay, so the Ace is the initiation, but the Knight is pretty much a well-built foundation at that point when you start moving out into things. And then we've got the Ten of Cups in reverse with the World card. So part of what is being reevaluated is that you lost your sense of happiness. Something happened here in all of this cycle, and maybe not in this most recent past cycle with this Four of Cups energy. I think like this has been happening kind of over and over and over again, and to the point where you're literally not happy. Okay, so I think what this triggered for you is to help you recognize how truly and deeply unhappy you really have become. Okay, just unfulfilled on all levels. The Ten of Cups, you know, energy in reverse is just, it's a lack of fulfillment on all levels, not just emotional, but Ten of Cups. Okay, so it really, you know, resonates with the fact that we've got the Eight of Cups in reverse here with the Hierophant. It really does. Okay, so let's get clarity on the Knight of Pentacles with the Hangman. What's the hold up? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Funding. I feel like what you're really concerned about, and you know what the hang up here is a funding issue, a financial issue, which is why I think you're going to look at this and kind of go, oh, I don't know if I made the right decision. What did I do? How did I get into this mess? But this is going to be kind of like a self-illusion, because you're gonna, that inner dialogue is gonna speak doubt because it doesn't look like it's coming to fruition. But the Queen of Spades energy is the Queen of Spades energy. She came out because it's here. Okay, so you can activate it with your potential, or you can allow it to passively move through. Okay, it'll passively move through in the reverse, but if you apply, okay, when you're released to, or you feel intuitively led to do so, if you apply the energy that's necessary, this Queen of Spades manifests. Okay, so know that she's out on the table in this situation. So when you feel things start to stagnate, or it feels like it's slowing down or not going very well, try to view the situation from a different perspective. Okay, that's where the transformation is yeah, King of Cups in reverse with the King of Swords in reverse. So you're going to feel very much like this is not going to turn out. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of this heady kind of like emotional stuff. This is your lesson. Okay, this is the whole reason why all of this is happening, is so that you guys can rectify through this inner dialogue that ultimately ends up self-sabotaging you back into the same cycle over and over and over again. So I feel like you guys are going to be called to be steady in your emotional self, not just balanced, but you're going to have to self-soothe, okay? You're going to have to self-soothe and not turn to vices or people or outside energies, or look to people to comfort you when you're feeling like this, because that is what triggers the codependency enabling behavior. and it starts the cycle all over again. So whether you're the codependent or the enabler, I feel like the whole point of the lesson for May and June for you guys as a collective is to work through your inner emotional self and need to need, and learn how to be more independently mindset, more independently focused, and understand that you can do these things. You can make this choice, pursue your Ace of Pentacles, and even though things don't look like they're going okay, you can work this out. You can figure this out. You are capable. Okay? So that's what that's here to teach you guys. That's the lesson for this part here. And then 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands. What do we have there? Ooh, Knight of Coins. I feel like that's your card. Okay, so, oh, there's another one hiding underneath it. The 9 of Wands. Yep. So after you guys have worked through all that, because you've got the 10 of Wands in reverse with the 3 of Swords here, and the clarifiers are the Knight of Coins, victory. Okay, so you guys are really learning how to deal with insecurity, codependency, enabling, and falling back into default behaviors or vices in order to cope with situations that don't necessarily look like they're going your way or looking the way that you want them to. I feel like some of you might even be rectifying through your need to control in order to feel secure. Okay, you're gonna have to kind of let go of some of the control and view things from a different perspective. Like the universe is literally gonna spin you around and turn you on your head and say, here, look at it this way. You know, and maybe that'll come in the form of somebody else's input, and you have to learn how to go, their input is valuable. You don't have to do everything your way, Cancer, or part ways, okay? You have to learn how to work through your inner turbulence so that it doesn't leak out into your external environment and sabotage your abundance, okay? Particularly in the material world. All right, so we've got 8 of Cups coupled with the 7 of Wands, which is triggers. Okay, so 8 of Cups was triggered by the 7 of Wands, so some type of conflict, external or internal conflict was triggered, caused you to either walk away, feel like walking away, decide to walk away. There's some type of release or movement away from something that isn't working or wasn't working. And here you go, you got the King of Coins. So you've got the Knight of Coins twice, and now you've got the King of Coins with the Hierophant. I don't know what else the universe could send you as a message that everything's going to work out okay. Maintain the course and represent honestly and integrally your absolute truth. Okay, so if you need to ask for help from someone to help you resolve these inner conflicts, to help you stay on course, and to help you work through some of these inner, challenges, it's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable like that. You can find someone that you trust. I do believe that there will be someone that you can turn to. Yep. There'll be somebody that you can turn to for this if you need to, okay? The Hierophant can sometimes represent a guru or someone who's mastered, the realm of whatever you're trying to master, okay? So they'll send you a teacher, a guide, a guru of some type. So there'll be somebody on your journey here that will help you with all of this process and this conflict, help you work through the conflict and manifest the abundance for yourselves without the self-sabotage. Okay, so how about we get an energy activation advice card for May, June. Find out where Spirit wants you to really focus, specifically. Throat chakra. Oh, this is going to be about speaking your truth. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. There you go. So I do feel like for the month of May, the rest of May and all of June, you're going to have some out of balance, realignment needing to be present. Out of balance, realignment needing to be present moments. And I do think that this isn't just about speaking your truth to others. Sometimes a lot of people think that this is an external vocalization. The throat chakra is sometimes about speaking the truth to you in your inner dialogue. Okay, a lot of people self-sabotage in here. Okay, some type of idea of doubt pops into their head. They don't speak the truth, their truth to that doubt, which is, I can do this. So that doubt persists. And it circulates in there, it ruminates, it picks up speed, it gains inertia, and it seems like it's getting stronger. Okay, you'll experience the emotion generated as a result of that doubt that's going unaddressed. Okay, so the throat chakra card is coming out really to instruct you that when those things are triggered, to speak your truth. I can do this. Or I figured this out. Or, you know, let me reestablish some form of foundation here. I believe in myself. Okay, that's another affirmation that you can speak about that. So it's about finding your supportive truth and then speaking it to yourself whenever you have doubtful thoughts or fearful thoughts or things that come in that wish to invigorate or inspire defeat. And that's where the self-sabotage begins, because the truth is not spoken to those things and it creates that cycle. The color blue is associated with the 5th throat chakra, located in the area of the neck. It is linked to communication and our ability to express our needs and desires. Okay, so this also could correlate with the Hierophant energy and the message that I was picking up to just tell someone I need help or I want help or ask for help. Not because you need the help right this second, but this could be about delegating. Like, hey, I've evaluated and assessed that this entire project, in order to be successful, needs the 3 of you guys to, you do this job, you do that job, and you do that job, instead of me doing all of it and then resenting you guys for not doing any of it or not offering to do some of it. Okay, so sometimes, you know, coming into your own or being your own boss is about delegating in a way that includes everybody, but communicating openly, expressing in an honest way. Blue is cooling, a mentally relaxing color, and it pacifies the nervous system. It connects us to holistic thought, it generates wisdom, and it supports our communication and speech skills. Blue is considered the color of truth. Okay, you guys, so that's your life message, life support message for the rest of May and June. I hope that resonates with some of you guys and it helps you out to manage some of the energies that we're going to be facing pretty intensely with Aries and Scorpio in the chart right now. Aries and Scorpio in the chart, you guys. Talk about friction. Passionate and intense energy, but friction. Definitely a power versus control. So there's going to be a power struggle going on in the next 6 weeks energetically between Aries and Scorpio in the sky, and it's going to get intense. Just know, as a water sign and a water element, you guys are going to be feeling that quite significantly. So the pendulum swings or the wild ride is going to be, don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out for someone that can be there for you, you guys. Speak up, okay? Yeah, like, subscribe if you guys want me to elaborate in a personal reading. I have limited engagement sets for personal readings because there are other projects that I am involved with right now. So I do believe, because it's starting a new week, I have 25 total spots for the new week. I have 4 people that have emailed me already. It usually ends up being 2 readings out of 4 emails. So it'll probably be 2 people and a pending third from another contact. So those spots end up filling up pretty quickly throughout the weekend and then looking into the next week, okay? So don't be afraid to reach out to me at some point here if you feel like those energies are just building and you want a little more clarification specific to your needs, okay, you guys? And always, thanks for watching. Namaste.